Welcome to Joy News Interactive, and you know how to join us. You can get to our social media handles. We have Facebook mainly, and we may just read some of your tweets that you mention Joy News in. Now, with looking at the issues for this evening, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Jean Mensah, has been making some revelations before the Short Commission, which is probing the Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election violence, and she talks about the fact that they did not get a plan, the security plan for the by-election. Jean Mensah told the commission that the police, that despite writing to the police offering the EC's help to write briefing for personnel to be deployed, the police did not revert. Let's just listen to what she had to say.
There was peace in the polling stations.
So, if I get you right, you are putting on record that as far as security is concerned, the Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency by-election was peaceful.
As far as the polling stations are concerned, we are well aware that, there was violence erupted in the house of the candidate of the National Democratic Congress. But I'm saying that as far as the polling stations, the 137 polling stations are concerned, there was no violence there, and there was peace in the 137 polling stations.
Right, so as far as Jean Mensah, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, is concerned, there was peace during the by-election. But there are others who feel that, no, there couldn't have been peace if there was so much violence, or there was that much violence which has taken over everything. Let's get on to Facebook, because most of you don't quite agree with her. So Sizeler says, I think this Jean Mensah doesn't go to church anymore. They would have definitely sanctioned her on Sunday pair. Prince Osman says, don't mind her, let her be defending them, because let's move on. Nana Boating says, how peaceful election come with committee? I do not get it. Okay, and Brian Makubaji says, the people manning Ghana's election management body now would go down as the worst. I was so ashamed for the chairperson when she had to finally admit there were some confrontation by these thugs on police station at the police station, as reported by Kodeo. God save us. Now, Senior Minister Yasafo Manfo says it was wrong for former President John Mahama to show photos and videos of the violence that rocked the Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election to the diplomatic community. If you haven't seen the video already, watch it.
It is obvious that this was a partisan deployment, and we'll show you two more short videos, very short. The first one is this one. This is the funeral of the late MP, the MP who died. This is his funeral. These are those forces again at the funeral. So the MPP who died, the senior NPP officials were all there at his funeral, and these forces were at the funeral dancing. These are not security personnel. I mean, Ghana Police Service and other security personnel do not wear earrings. And so it just shows absolute proof that this was a partisan deployment, and as they themselves said, a dress rehearsal for the year 2020.
But reacting to Mr. Mahama's meeting with the diplomats and the subsequent showing of the violent videos to them, Mr. Osafo Manfo said the former president stooped too low.
See the list. This is unpatriotic and shameful. It is because if he gathered Ghanaians, call it Ghanaians in the academia or Ghanaian professionals, Ghanaian businessmen, and he talked about matters of concern to him, I'll have no problem. He's a former head of state and therefore a very important opinion leader. But to gather foreigners and try to paint Ghana black is just not acceptable.
All right, so let's get on to Facebook. And Kwesi Petersco says, you claim that our election is the most peaceful and credible by-election ever held. Now JM is showing it to the international world for them to applaud the government too. JM gets matter for helping show the world how peaceful and credible elections are held in Ghana. Nana Watson says, if that was unpatriotic and shameful, as Mr. Safomafo put it, then he must lay the blame squarely at the doorstep of those who sponsored the MPP thuggery on the day of the by-election. Chris Samponsa says, Atamils will be very disappointed he made you his vice. Right, Amadou says, well done, Mr. President. That's why I like your matter. Osafoma, for whatever things, we are still in 16th century. Thunder, go fire those who are lying that the by-election was peaceful. Bernard Miles says, right, Cyril Leary says maybe the diplomats will vote for him to come to power again. And Hubert Muller says, this is a country we find ourselves back and forth. Ghana indeed is a village. As you may already know, on Thursday, Mr. Japong apologized to Parliament, accepting his guilt for his, quote, Parliament is cheap, unquote, comment. Speaker Michael Quay then asked the Assistant Central Member of Parliament, who was found guilty of contempt, to go and sin no more.
We want to hear briefly from you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. It's clear that I respect Parliament and I would never disrespect Parliament. Nobody is above the law. I don't feel shy apologizing.
To reprimand is to in fact say, go and sin no more. All those in favor of reprimand say aye. Those against reprimand say no.